Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need? Shadow read for this full moon to new moon, August 2022. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I'm a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, 24 years, a long time. Author of Words of Grace, From a Professional Witch. Available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box and you can preview it for free if you like. Just click the link. And I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle. It's a new home for my creative voice, a lovely platform. Subscribers, I've got humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses on there. They're getting exclusive content, advanced content that everybody else will see eventually, as well as I'm streaming there pretty much every morning with a cup of coffee in my bathrobe, talking about the astrology for the day, the magical applications, the spiritual practices in the air, so to speak, and always ending with a little blessing, a little prayer, a little meditation thingy. It's a great way to start my day, and more people are joining in, and we're having a good time, and it's an unlisted YouTube link, so you can actually chat with me, which is a lot of fun. I'm really loving it. So if you want more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon. On Patreon, I'm the Archangel of Lyons. Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal because we got work to do. So don't just stand there. Let's get to it. You know the rest of the words. If you know the rest of the words, Queen, let's get to work. An 8-card draw, if you are new to the channel, is nothing more than 1 card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. So we're not talking a timeless read. This is definitely a timed read, a full moon to new, August 2022, the waning half of it, the releasing, the letting go, the forgiving. I just call it the alchemy, spirit in the language of spiritual alchemy, lead and gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold, so over that waning 2-week period, you release, you forgive, you do the shadow work. That's why these are called What Do I Need? Shadow reads. To do what is necessary, and believe me, that has an effect on the collective of humanity. As one of us does the shadow work personally, it helps heal the collective shadow. Yeah. Oh, and there are some really good vids in the description box below. One by Greg Braden about the 7 scene mirrors. I highly recommend it. Talks about the mirroring process in a much deeper way, and a very ancient one as well. Nag Hammadi, how far back Dead Sea Scrolls do you want to go? As well as there is a documentary there called The Shadow Effect, featuring Debbie Ford, who is no longer with us, and her work has been really transformative and helpful for me and others. So yeah, you want to check that out. It's a good intro, and it's very well done, high production value. So I guess let's look at the astrology. Shorezies, the full moon in Aquarius, Thursday, August 8th, 9:36 p.m. Eastern. I am in New York. And that's great. Like Thursday night, a full moon on a Thursday, it's like a big money day, and that it's an Aquarius, right? Fixed area. That could be a lot of fun. So check your 5-card draws, the waxing moons that I do on the channel as well. But then we are moving forward 2 weeks or so to the new moon in Virgo, Saturday, August 27th at 4:17 a.m. So think of it as weeding the garden for 2 weeks to plant a seed on a Saturday, which is the day of Saturn, an earth element, with a new moon in Virgo, also an earth element, mutable earth. So it could be very, very powerful, but it's all about cycles, right? So it's a general read, standard YouTube reading, rules apply. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more information about the timeline we're about to look at, because your sun, moon, rising, and Venus can have different information about the same timeline. It just happens. Or maybe you got 4 different, fields to weed or something. Whatever. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace, because I love my Cancerians. My mom's a Cancer. I was raised by one. And I got it in my 12th house. So unconsciously I'm a Cancerian too. I guess that's about it. So let's do this. Breathe. Still point. All right. From explanation to divination, here we go. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, the spirit animals, totems, Lord Ganesha, and the pantheons of all pantheons from all traditions, lineages, and cultures. I think it covers just about everybody, but specifically for this Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, because the cross watcher could certainly apply and heal this within themselves and help heal not just the Cancerian collective. Honestly, I think that might be how that works. So please, what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype? Hovering up in their 8th chakra, obviously over their head, beaming down the archetypal pattern, the encodement, the codes, affecting all the other chakras, what they attract, what they repel, in order to do the spiritual alchemy from lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace. This full to new, August 2022. Woo! The Shapeshifter wild card. Family archetype, 9 different families. Wild card is that one, you know, sort of, I guess, like the Breakfast Club, sort of, you know, it's like the ones listening. In other words, they don't know necessarily, well, maybe just all Ali Sheedy, right? The ones that don't quite fit into the other ones, which means they can show up in any way, shape, or form. You know, the mother archetype can show up in many forms, but not like even in men. I have the mother archetype in me, in my alchemical blend, as it were. But Shapeshifter, this one's a tricky one, because it can very easily involve politics, and you'll see why. The shadow attribute written on the card and the light attribute shows you the lead, the gold, the shadow work indicated, and the hidden blessing, which we'll take another look at in the last card down, the Blessed Be. The Blessed Be cards, those are wonderful. So the lead, the shadow, which you don't want to look at or acknowledge, or even if you do look at it and acknowledge it, you don't want anybody else to know. Projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Now, why is that political? It's frontin'. Right? It's like, imagine being at this gigantic house party, right? Remember house parties? And in like one room it's a bunch of conservatives, and the next there are liberals, and then, you know, there's anti in one room and pro in the other, and you are just whatever is going on in that room, that's who you are. With an agenda, obviously. The light attribute is so powerful. Ready? Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, which is often about meeting people where they are. But levels of consciousness, there's third dimensional consciousness, fourth, fifth, sixth, and above, right? So this is however you really want to play it. Ability to see the potential in everything, right? The potential is like, oh, I can see that. I can see that from this other level of awareness. If consciousness is a little too tinfoil hat woo-woo land for you. Because for some it still is. It's okay. So with that in your 8th chakra, what's that going to do to your Cancerian insides, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs? Your heart, throat, third eye, crown, right? So it's beaming down. The 8th is beaming down to the spiritual power of the crown, mental power of the third eye, will power, choices, decisions of the throat, and emotional power of the heart. Let's see what's going on there, because this is where the shadow work begins. Throat chakra minimum, you have to choose to do the shadow work or not, whether or not to delay what can't be prevented. In other words, you want to do this a year from now, you want to do this next life, 10 lives from now, how many times do you want to come back for this? You're going to develop it. The soul's going to win anyway. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Oh yeah, here we go. As I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please. Beloved goddesses, one card in clarity. The heart, throat, third eye crown, internal energy, goddess energy, feminine energy, personal level of power. The alchemical laboratory, where lead to gold goes down in the inner world, physical, emotional, mental power that they need to be aware of to help them alchemize that shapeshifter. This full to new. Lovely Three of Cups. It's an initial emotional balance, but the key word on here is of note, bonding. So there is an emotional bonding thing here. Now, threes are very friendly. Three of Cups in particular. Well, Three of Blades, depending on the deck, not so much. But the Three of Cups here, I mean, it's a very traditional tarot image there. Usually three women hoisting their cups up for a toast in celebration of something. Very much speaks of the heart chakra. So there may be some just inherent happy going on inside of you. But perhaps as a result of feeling those feelings, you get to see things differently. You get to shapeshift a little, because navigating consciousness emotionally is very, very different than mentally, right? How you feel and what you think are not always the exact same thing. That's why the bridge of the throat chakra between the heart and the third eye is going to be a little tricky, right? How to get them incongruent. It's hard to make clear decisions about anything when your heart says yes and your mind says no. Like, put a brownie in front of you. They want that brownie. Third eye goes, brownie? I can't put your... Of course, it depends what's in it. If you've got 48 hours. So I like that. I mean, for a shadow read, that is definitely saying that there is an initial foundation, an initial balance. Threes are very stable. A tripod won't wobble. A four-legged thing can. A table. So you can get the matches, the pack of matches underneath it. All right, we got the internal. Let's look at the external lower three chakras, the masculine energy, the yang dynamic. Lower three chakras are relationships in the world, in the physical world. So root chakra groups, tribes, tribal dynamics, your nationality, your genetic heritage, the human race, if you want to go there, your favorite band. I'm still a member of the Bad Reputation Nation, I believe, probably. They still kept the records from the 80s. That's Joan Jett and the Blackhearts fan club, right? All those different tribes. Three or more people, it's a tribe. With second chakra, one-on-one relationship to another person or thing, money, sex, and power. Yeah, that too. And with the Three of Cups on the inner, we'll see about that. And your solar plexus, your relationship to yourself in the world, your boundaries, your self-esteem, how you present yourself, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't, and your own gut intuition that usually nobody else gets in that moment but you. And do you trust it? Yeah. Please take a nice deep breath. You intuitive water signs, you echo chambers of empathy. Still point. And very cardinal, very creative, very gestative mothers of the zodiac. As I call upon my gods of water, sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please, beloved ones of depth and intuition, but certainly putting intuition into action is that shift from yin to yang, from a feminine to masculine, inner to outer. So please, one card in clarity for the Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video and receiving this reading, maybe even for their cross watchers to pay attention to, because this could be them. What do you got for them? Lower three chakra dynamic that they need to be aware of to alchemize this shapeshifter in the 8th. Three of Cups, bonding, definitely heart chakra vibe on that. Lower three chakra, inside out, outside in, relationships in the world. The world, there we go. There it is. There it is, Hermaphrodite. That is a name of a Greek god, goddess. It is, I didn't make that up, it's the child of Hermes and Aphrodite, and there it is in the mythic tarot. Google it. There is definitely a completion of something here, and usually, well, with Three of Cups on the inside, This is a celebration for a shadow read. But that's the thing. Sometimes we're waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? To acknowledge that the ego might totally be like, well, yeah, but what if, but what if, but what if? Because that's what it's supposed to do. That's its job. But we don't let it drive. We don't let it drive. Oftentimes that's, you know, conditioning from the past, ancestral stuff, what have you. And when we're talking a major arcana card, lower three chakras, it's all three chakras, where here the cups, the element of water, really feels more distinctly heart chakra emotion. So there is something wrapping up here, a graduation of some kind, of balancing of the masculine, feminine energy, hence Hermaphrodite, the wand, the sword, the cup, the pentacle there. You've got your elements in alignment. So why wouldn't there be a shifting of shape eventually in the physical, if that's, you know, particularly something that's celebrating? But again, it's not the ace, it's not the deuce, it's the trace, I guess. It's the tray. Hey, tray. That really lovely balancing, but yet your cups are not overflowing. Cool. Gotta feel the feelings. So here's the thing. If there are cross-watchers, like 10 minutes before I hit the record button on this, I'm like getting ready, checking my hair or whatnot, my guides are like, you know, cross-watchers, if they actually do the mantra, they're going to heal themselves with that, and that's going to help heal everybody in the collective. And I was like, now you're telling me this? I've been doing this for like 3 years. I'm like, wow, okay. So I'll try and remember to mention that, because that seems pretty pivotal. So, the Healing Mantra Deck by Matt Kahn, one of 4 bookie book reads we're going to get out of these 8. Very powerful healing tool, very smart investment. My clients, most of them are kind of getting it for themselves. So they're like, yeah, no, I know that card. I got that the other day. So this is going to help align all of this, right? We got the chakras, the mantras, intention, regardless, is to help you with the alchemy and bring all that even further into alignment. Let's see, over a 2-week period. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. It's like call upon the ascended masters of the General Assembly, because the shapeshifter can be about anything. That could be work, that could be romance, that could be healing, that could be anything. So please, beloved ones, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, and maybe even their cross-watchers. Help them heal. Knock their socks off with this one. So clear, because really, to alchemize the shapeshifter into navigating different levels of consciousness and seeing the potential in everything is actually quite lovely and can be very inspiring. With that 3 of Cups on the inner, that I'm happy, I'm not happy, I'm happy, right? With that, the world on the outer, something really coming into full balance and completion, like a graduation in some way, shape, or form in the physical world. What do you got for them? For the perfect healing mantra, this full to new, August 2022. Encountering conflict, I don't choose sides, I take a stand. Now we're in a shadow read. I use this mantra a lot, silently, in conversations with people, particularly dealing with arguments, when I am being asked to choose verbally, publicly, under duress. Oh, no, 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 I don't have to choose sides. I'll take a stand, and it's taking a stand for love. Let me read you what Matt Kahn has to say, because he says it better than I can. Did I almost... No, I did. I opened right to it. Encountering conflict. I don't know if you can see that. I might have to put the phone right to your head or something, or I don't know. Encountering conflict. I don't choose sides. I take a stand. Work. When conflict is encountered, 2 opposing viewpoints wrestle for a dominant position. Have you noticed? Much. Each hopes to achieve success by changing the other's viewpoint. Good luck. If encountering conflict from a conscious standpoint, navigating levels of consciousness, you may realize one of the greatest gifts you can offer is allowing others to be heard. You may not agree with their argument, but you are embracing their need simply by choosing to listen. It's very divine feminine. You know, is it non-judgmental space? You can have all sorts of stuff going on the inside there. Although with that 3 cups, I'm not so worried about it. When you listen instead of lash out, you are taking a stand for love. I don't have to choose sides. I take a stand for love. This is making the decision to anchor higher frequencies of light through the demonstration. This is the action part of it. The demonstration of your ethics, morals, and values instead of matching the unconsciousness of others with equal amounts of aggression. What do you mean by that? It's a Cancer. All of you, all at once, like a chorus of crabs. It's a good name for a band or a tour, chorus of crabs, just all Cancerian artists, any shape or form. This mantra is ideal for settling arguments, unraveling passive-aggressive behavior. No, go ahead, you tell me everything you want to say. Woo, yeah. And releasing the tendency to blame, because I'll tell you something. I learned something from Matt Kahn, his book, The Universe Always Has a Plan, 10 Golden Rules of Letting Go. People who blame you aren't happy. And when you blame people, you're not happy, so deal with the unhappy. Just saying. Encountering conflict. So a shapeshifter encountering conflict is probably in the title. Let's see how you do it. Moving along, let's ask your higher selves, shall we? And obviously conflict with somebody else, so the higher selves of all involved. The Whispers of Love Oracle, this often turns the party. Let's see what happens. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry, my Cancerian kitty cat, Sebastian, Sabby, needed me for a second. It's also good I got to stand up. I was sitting on my Kiyomasikiyama. Let's move along. Please take a nice deep breath. I'm so glad the cats are timing it in between decks instead of during the reading. That's so lovely. Still point. There we go. Here we go. As I call to the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Cancerian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this read. The whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, insight from their own higher selves to help with the alchemy here, to alchemize the shapeshifter. 3 cups on the inner of the world, on the outer. Encountering conflict, they don't have to choose sides. They can take a stand for love. So here's the whisper to help them do it. This full to new August 2022. You got the True Love card. Told you it was a party turner. Every now and again, the tardy hath been burnt. The party hath been turned. You're really partying if you can invert those vowels, consonants. The true love card. True love conquers all. Is it always romantic? No. No. Of course not. It is divine love in human form. That's why I do the Path of True Love readings, which I'll get back to. I just need to get these out before full moon. I'll get back to them. I'll pick up where I left off. This is really a game changer because, you know, when you're encountering conflict in a relationship, what is the purpose for the conflict, right? Not what is the reasons behind it. Who cares? What does it serve from what? A higher level of consciousness. This is an opportunity to heal, to love, to bring love to situations and feelings and energies that have not received love before. In other words, lead, to get the lead out, but to get some gold out of the deal, right? Seriously, it's worth it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime love, is what's written on the card. Now, I will say, with this here, here's an example. Third eye. That Ajna spell is kicking, it's kicking third eye. Yeah, so maybe this is somebody that you met. Maybe this is romantic, right? And you're like, and you're at the end of the cycle, and maybe it's ready to move on, but then there's a conflict. And what if that conflict is political? You know, as that getting to know you phase, I don't know. It could play itself out in all sorts of different ways. But I would be authentic to the best of my ability, and really I've I've said that to people. I've said that to Cancerians. I don't have to choose sides. I'm taking a stand. I love you. I don't have to agree with you in order to love and respect you. And that's maturity, and that is ethics in form. Just saying. Right? And I highly recommend a nice dose of the 4 Agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz with that, because not taking it personally and not making assumptions helps. All right. Our next book read is a true favorite of mine. I love this deck. The Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. And I love saying her name that way. I don't know why. Spirit animals and totems are not exactly the same thing. That's another conversation, but that is the level of pantheon, the animal kingdom pantheon that I've consecrated this deck to. Because if you're going to take a hero's journey, shadow work, etc., you might as well know who's there for you. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, across watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, giving them the support, the love, the power, the wisdom, the guidance, the grace, the protection, the hero's journey aspect of it, right? He-Man had his cringer. we all have our spirit animals and totems around us, so please to help them with this shadow work of the shapeshifter. 3 Cups, bonding on the inner world card on the outer, encountering conflict in a true love situation, which just ups this to such a higher plateau. Please, what is the Divine Animals Oracle for the Cancerian Collective this full to new August 2022? You need to take a breath. Armadillo. Armadillo. It's like a land crab. Well, not that crabs aren't on land, obviously, but the armadillo. That was unexpected. I don't think we've ever read this card. Groundedness. Well, there you go. Instant transportation. You know, I don't know. I've watched too much Ben 10, I guess, in the 90s. It was the 2000s. Card number 7. I was not expecting the armadillo, but it does make sense because you both got shells. You can tell I was raised by one of y'all. I love my mom. Gotta call her later. Armadillo. Just gonna read the first part and the last part. Need the micro. If you saw the micro font that they're using here, you would use a magnifying glass too. Card number 7. Breathe. Armadillo. Groundedness. Without grounding ourselves, we can become disconnected and flighty. So it is an important aspect to develop. Go to the basics first. Plug into the power of the earth. Avoid drama in situations. Sometimes we need to look at the flowers at our feet before looking to the stars. Humility is a positive trait. Oh shit. All right. To me, the grace of humility, I pray for it every day. Grant me the grace of humility to know that I do not know, but I am willing to be shown the truth and I need it as I go, right? It's very that. I'm like, I don't know. The opposite of humility is hubris, pride, goeth before the fall, right? And we all do it until we don't. And that's a process too. Humility is a positive trait. False humility is not. Yeah, no, using it to get over a witch shapeshifter. You know, I have no idea. Poor humble me. Why that always comes back to me. It's a twist on Oliver, I guess. Look, the armadillo, groundedness and a true love thing. I mean, what is this coming down to? I mean, the thing is yeah, I guess encountering conflict that leads to the end of a cycle on the outer in a true love relationship in some way, shape, or form. Could be parent-child, could be friend-friend, doesn't matter. But with the shapeshifter, the ability to see things from a higher place really does allow you to ground this true love. This is a once-in-a-lifetime I don't necessarily, because like the true love relationship I have with a mom, I mean, we're soulmates, you want to say that, but we've really brought out the best in each other, right? More of the truth of the love that we are. That's Path of True Love reading. I'll get back to them. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's time for the new deck. Deck number 7, The Whispers of Lord Ganesha. I love this so much. It's a page, but it's worth it. They're lovely. I love Lord Ganesh, the elephant-headed Hindu god of wealth, of joy, but also known as a remover of obstacles. Shadow work. You look at those 3 extra atoms in lead as the obstacles that need to be removed, transformed, etc. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. There we go. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesha, please. Beloved remover of obstacles. 1 card in clarity. For the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video and receiving this reading, what is your message, your blessing, your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power for the Cancerian collective, and again, perhaps cross watchers, to alchemize this shapeshifter into the light, the gold with 3 cups on the inner, which could be just a friendly thing, right? It could just be that while something wraps up, but can also be a leveling up, because after the world comes the fool and the magician, and off we go again. And encountering conflict, they don't have to take sides. They're at a place where they can take a stand for love and say, look, I can love you and disagree with you, but I will listen, and I will try and hear with an open heart, to the best of my ability, in a true love situation. I don't think it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I don't necessarily agree with that ethically, personally, but I get what they're saying there. There's a big opportunity here, and to ground this, to be very, very grounded, very, very practical, to not step into the drama necessarily, but perhaps to witness it. Lord Ganesha, please, your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power for the Cancerian collective and cross watchers this full to new August 2022. Protection. Protectation. Protection. Protection. Saw how silent that got. Shall we? There he is. Card number 20. I mean, it's very, very Cancerian. Protection. Breathe. Protect your energy as you lift your vibration and frequency. Shapeshifter. As you continue on your spiritual path, you begin to lift in vibration and frequency, and you continue to experience new levels of love and light, which is true. Your energy body undergoes an essential transformation. These changes in the energy body require that past pain and limiting views of self be released. Well, there is your shadow work in terms of seeing yourself from different levels of consciousness, navigating through that. It can definitely feel like you're taking quite a battering. Ask Ganesha to surround you with his beautiful energy at this time. You may envision this energy as red, yellow, or white in color, or in any color that resonates with you, which everybody has to say by law, I think. Imagine this energy is filled with love and light. It is said that Ganesha oversees the angels of protection. Ganesha's light energy serves to release any negative energy within its field into light. Visualize negative energy, entities, memories, or stuck energy being released from your spirit, mind, and body. So it's a boundary thing, right? It's putting up an energetic boundary, amulet, all of that. Do you? But house cleaning, your own energy field, right? To let go what no longer serves in a shadow read. Because there it is. When previous pain shows up, it may not be a clear-cut memory of a particular past event, or feeling of fear. Past experience may be reflected in your current challenges and lessons. It appears in a form that will trigger you now, bringing up resistance and distraction to be dealt with immediately. There's your encountering conflict card. Right, you don't have to choose sides. I don't have to choose sides. I take a stand. I don't have to choose sides. I take a stand. Keep in mind to respond with love. I don't have to choose sides. I take a stand for love. You are assured that you will continue to grow and evolve through this challenge. Ganesha will assist you in protecting your energy for the best possible results. That's the price of admission, is the shadow work, guys. Crabs. Just saying. It ain't much of a hero's journey without challenges and a need of protection every now and again. You don't have to live in a caste circle, though. Well, I guess Cancerians kind of do. You big crabs, I love you. Okay. I can't believe it. 8th card. Last card down, as I said in the beginning, the Blessed Bee, to get us some more insight into the hidden blessing, the gold hidden within the lead. Should you just do your best over the next, whenever you're watching this, obviously, but this waning mood period. We do these for real, so what's going to happen is we're going to get the card, I'm going to read it from the book. There is a blessing in it. I do it for real. Oh, thank God. Torch of Archangel Ariel, because, you know, if you have the hardware every now and again, you got to use it. Excuse me while I readjust. Then we'll chat a little bit at the end as I release the Cancerian Collective, my last reading for the day. I got Pretty Kitty Litter, my first delivery of the subscription for Pretty Kitty Litter, so that's going to take some cleaning and some pouring. So thank you so much for coming along. I'll see you on the other side of this in the chat period if you want. I just have to let the goofy fly through me. Please take a nice deep breath. You can feel me, can't you, Cancerians? Still point. Here we go. As I call upon the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures can't be more inclusive than that. Please, one card in clarity, a blessed be, a prayer, a blessing that's already there. Just indicate what it is, the light at the end of the tunnel, the gold within the lead for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemizing the shapeshifter, so that they embrace their skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness with an ability to see the potential in anything and everything. With that, you know, again, an emotional stable point, right, on its way through the cycle of water, 3 of Cups, bonding. I mean, there is an emotional bond to somebody here, as we'll get to in a couple of cards, and there is something completing here, the world. I mean, it is the ending of a cycle, but it's the rebooting of the next, the Ouroboros, the snake swallowing its own tail. While encountering conflict, there's some aspect of this, but they don't have to choose sides. They can take a stand. They can listen. That's the thing. Honor them by listening instead of thinking about what you're going to say, right? Be in the present moment and breathe, because this is a true love situation, which means, of course, anything involving true love means that there's some false love, some conditioning that needs the alchemy from lead to gold. And they're with that protection magic of the armadillo, because they're empaths most likely on top of it, so they're probably feeling the other person's stuff, thinking it's what they're feeling, and sometimes it's not true. There can be resonance, but sometimes it's just not. You're just empathing what someone else is feeling in the room, or across the country, or across the planet. So that grounding, right, with that grounding and protection, ground and center, ground and center, ground and center, and know that they're going through a spiritual transformation, an awakening process, and that can get a little battering here. And for them to really do this alchemy to the best of their ability, maybe not crossing every T, dotting every I, but doing it in their own unique, cardinal, creative, water Cancerian way. What is the gold within the lead, the hidden blessing from my beloved Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? This full to new August 2022. A blessing on the senses that gift your world. That gift the world to you. I think Gemini just got this. So once again, it seems like there's been a little repeating here. Oh, right, there was something in the Taurus that repeated in the Gemini. And that's why you could say, boy, it takes him a long time to shuffle them cards. But I know now that that's the card that's supposed to hit the table. Really, really pretty. Amanda Seyfried, that's her name. Thank you, Spirit Guides of Hollywood. This is like, I'm going to start calling this name Amanda Seyfried, right? She's the daughter in Mamma Mia with Meryl Streep, right? Right? Does it look just like her? I think she sat for that card. I really, really do. Got the Morgan card poking out. Let's just let her rest. I really hope. Okay. Though this is a Celtic deck. Like I said, I do the blessing for reals, but the deck is consecrated to the pantheons of all traditions, lineages, and cultures. But the blessings are amazing. Sometimes there's a Celtic word thrown in. I do my best. I mean, I have the blood, but I was raised in New York. Clear that throat chakra. All right, here we go. Hardware, software. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheons of all pantheons, confer this blessing through me. Breathe. A blessing on the senses that gift the world to you. A blessing to assist you in making the most of all of your senses and appreciating them, and thus enhancing their beauty within your life. May you be blessed with a keen, sensual appreciation of the natural world and all that it has gifted to you through the senses you have been so very blessed to receive. May your two eyes see far and take in the beauty of the world. May they open upon days of joy and close on deeds well done. May the color and the shapes of the world be visions of delight to you, and may you find beauty in the pavement and in the tar and in the stone forests of the cities. May you be given mountains to gaze upon, seas of blue and azure to be reflected within your eyes, green fields and wildflowers to delight you with all the beauty that there is. May you find this beauty within your own form, and gaze upon yourself with satisfaction and knowledge that the universe has created a unique moment of wonder within you. May your lips taste wild honey, your tongue find pleasure in the food on your table, and may the meals of your life be sensual delights, enriching the marvel that is your body, fueling you to greater good health. May the texture and delights and sensations of taste be taken slowly, without greed or hurry. And when you are satisfied, let you give thanks to the natural world for its offerings to you, the earth's child. May your skin sense the world about you and within you, touching those with comfort, nurturing, soothing, and the healing of human touch will be yours. Let all those who you touch return that gift, and may the exquisite sensitivity of the body transport you, yet never devour you. May your ears be blessed with the sounds of all the wild world, the whisper of trees speaking with each other, the bird song at each change of season, the sound of speech that is beautiful, truthful, and pleasing, the rich silence of nature that allows you to know yourself so deeply. Blessed be. For the well-being of all, with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So it is. Powerful thing there. In a true love situation, you're leveling up. And what? Your senses. experiencing, navigating different levels of consciousness, you just got to remember, you don't have to choose sides. You can take a stance. If it made sense for you, do me a solid. Just hit the thumbs up. Hope the other crab cakes find it, because I want all of you to love in your life. I want everybody to. Yeah, even those people too. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe already if you haven't, because I'm not stopping and I'm going to be moving. So hit the notification bell, because I'm putting these out when they're ready. I'm not burning myself out and moving my house again. I won't. That's why I'm over on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle, building my lovely little patron family, my community over there of humans, heroes, immortals, gods, goddesses, witches, immortals. I think I might have forgotten one, but they're in there anyway, like Prego. So if you want more of me, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Malcolm, Patreon on Patreon. The Archangel Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but just fucking call me Mal. Bang. I hope you're doing the paycheck dance. I hope all is well with you. And certainly if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link in the description, a video called Booking a Reading with Mal. Explains everything for you, beginning, middle, and end, even how to cool down afterwards. Explains it all for you. Just like Clarissa, I love you so very much, my crab cakes. Oh my God, hang in there, do the work. I love you. And blessing on your senses. Should be fun. Comment if you feel it. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.